everyone, and welcome to the newest feature focus for Jurassic World Evolution 2. This one is guided tour improvements, and there's a lot of cool stuff in this forum article that I'm gonna go through as quickly as possible, but at the same time, talk a little bit of nonsense, give a little bit of my perspective, and share the excitement. So, as you can tell from the title, it's pretty obvious. This is about our tours in the park, and specifically, they've confirmed that we already knew the gyrosphere tours were coming into the game. We've known this actually since the moment the game was released. A lot of people didn't realize that, but we saw the circular gates for the gyrospheres on the fences in one of the very earliest screenshots that were released for the game, so we knew gyrospheres were in. But hereby they do confirm that the Jurassic Tour trucks, which we've previously seen used in the UI, there was an image that they used for the guest UI. We now have it confirmed that the Jurassic Tour trucks are returning, which is something that really just relieves me. I mean, all due respect for the hamster balls, but I greatly prefer the Jurassic Tour, so it's good that they are coming back. And there's a lot of cool new stuff about these tours. The way they function similarly to the current game, you just place a station either on the fence or wherever you want, and you create your track, kind of like we're used to, and you can go through fences and all of that stuff, and it generates an automatic gate. But what's different this time round, multiple things actually, but what's different first and foremost is that we can attach multiple stations onto a single tour track. As you can see over here, tours can go through multiple enclosures using gates. That's the same as the current game. But now you can chain different stations together in a single loop, meaning you can create a hop-on, hop-off kind of tour. You might even be able to sneakily use it as transport throughout your park as well. That's really cool. That's something I've been doing with one of the mods for Jurassic World Evolution 1 as well, and it's just a really nice feature to have in our parks officially for everyone. Very cool stuff. So we can now say, for example, you start in the sauropod exhibit, and if you want to go through to the name something through the homalocephaly exhibit, you can do that, or you can hop off at the homalocephaly exhibit if you died of an overload of cuteness and you need to buy a plushie, for example. You can do that. You can hop on and hop off at different stations that you attach to the tours. It doesn't end there though. No, the excitement continues. So we scroll down. Tour trucks can now be built over paths and vice versa, and a path junction will be created when the two cross. This is also something I've spotted in one of the earliest, if not the earliest screenshot that was released, that the tour trucks can cross over paths. So we already knew that. I mean, if you've been watching my videos, you already knew that, but here it is confirmed again. So you sort of see like this pattern appears on the flooring to sort of indicate to your guests, hey, watch out, there's traffic over here. That's really nice. This way you can really snake through your entire park with the tour, and of course that aids with the whole hop on hop off concept. And specifically, it's not just you can build tracks over path, you can also build path over tracks. It doesn't matter which way you do first. And the same actually goes for gates. Here you go. You can also place fences over existing tour tracks, automatically creating a new gate for the tour to pass through. Unlike in the first game, you had to make the fence first and have the tour go through. You couldn't then later on add an enclosure. So what you could do now, ideally, is you could just have a tour go through the entire surface area of your park and then add enclosures as you go without having to interrupt your tour. So that's really cool. As they say, this makes it a lot easier for you to make any necessary changes to your enclosures on the fly. Speaking of flies, flying, that's actually, I want to hop over this one for a second. We'll circle back to it, don't worry, but this is a nice segue, okay? Fly to aviaries, because your tour routes can also run through the aviaries. That is super cool. Is it kind of dangerous considering the jeeps are open? Yeah, kind of, but it's still really cool. So what we can do is we can just approach the aviary with our tour track, and you lay down the track like you would in any other dinosaur enclosure, and your tour can run through an entire aviary if you like. Tour gates are snapped to the aviary walls to create entry and exit points. So this happens automatically the same way if you approach a normal fence with your tour. The system is highly flexible. You can even make several entries and exits, letting multiple tours go through the same aviary or enclosure at different points. What they haven't confirmed in this little feature focus is if tour tracks can cross each other. I might actually post a question about that. What do you guys think? That's something I would like to see confirmed, or denied, but preferably confirmed, that tour tracks can also cross each other, not just paths. That would be really cool. That way you can get like a really complicated track tour situation going on. But yeah, it's very, very cool that we can go through the aviaries. Like I said, it's maybe not necessarily the most realistic. I expect people to lose some eyeballs. But, you know, hey, you only live once, am I right? Live dangerously, living on the edge. Now let's circle back to this point, because it's a cool little feature that they added. Photo points can be built along tour routes, which will take pictures of your guests. If you pay attention to your guided tours, you'll sometimes see a flash go off when they pass the photo points, indicating that your guests are getting their photo taken. Unfortunately, they do go on to say you won't be able to view these photos in the game, however, but it serves as an extra detail you can add to your tours. It's kind of a shame. It would be really funny if you could view these photos and see some weird stuff. That would be fun. At this point, I don't really know what the function of it is. Like, does it improve the value of a tour? Does it improve guest satisfaction if you add photo points? And in terms of like, okay, so there's a photo being taken and we can select the point at which that happens. But if we can't see the photo, we don't really know what the angle of the photo is. So what's going to be the backdrop of the photo? So there are some shortcomings here, but I appreciate the added effort. This is really nice. What I would have liked if they'd added stop points. Frontier? If you don't mind. No, they've already said in the forum replies that the tours are moving continuously. They only stop at these stations. So there aren't any stop points. But I don't know, would be a cool update, Frontier. Would be a cool update. I think that'll be really cool. I prefer that over photo points, actually. That you can just place a track somewhere and say, okay, this is where you stop for like, I don't know, a random, name something, 30 seconds. That'd be really cool. For example, close to a feeder or close to a lake or, you know, whatever. An interesting moment that you can create for your guests that you want them to really experience and enjoy. Here it is confirmed again that the tours will be able to go through the carnivorous exhibits, the enclosures for our carnivorous dinosaurs, and it also confirms the same as we have for the current game, that the vehicles are able to get damaged when attacked by dinosaurs, and then the tour will go offline and you need to use your ranger to reboot. All of that, like all of this stuff, that's just the same as what we're used to. And here they just talk about, you know, you can have one big tour through your entire park or multiples and split up your park in multiple tours. And also, same as what we have currently in the game, there is a voiceover, a narration for the tours that provides some information on the dinosaurs. And from what they're saying, the same person who voices the park management guides, of which we've only had one so far, that same person voices the guided tours. So a familiar voice. I'm not sure, is it supposed to be a famous voice? I don't know, comment down below. Is it supposed to be an imitation of someone? Like the same way they imitated John Hammond? Am I missing something? Comment that down below. Is that voice someone special? Let me know in a comment down below. Anyway, that's all I wanted to discuss for this feature focus article. Really cool information about the tours. I know we're all waiting and dying to hear about the aquatics and how that's going to work, how we're going to build our tanks, our lagoons, whatever. They're gonna keep us on the edge of our seat for a little bit longer. I get it. Perhaps next week, our first species field guide with a marine reptile. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and keep an open mind, and we'll see what happens. But any news is good news so far. Well, mostly good news. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like on the video, and if you want to stay up to date on all of the Jurassic World Evolution 2 news, please consider subscribing, join the fam, join the square. It's weird over here, but it's wonderful. It's a wonderful brand of weird. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.